Hey, it's Amy Scott Grant, the spiritual ass kicker, back with another quick tip for you on how to get unstuck. Are you ready? Because this might hurt a little. This tip is all about getting uncomfortable. I know. You just put on your sweats. You don't want to think about being uncomfortable. But I'm telling you, it'll make a huge difference. If you want to get unstuck, one of the fastest ways you can do it is by getting uncomfortable. There's a reason successful people like Brian Tracy, who I happen to be featured in a book with called Change Agents, there's a reason that they talk about getting outside your comfort zone and getting uncomfortable. Now, typically when we hear this expression, we think way outside the comfort zone, right? Like you're thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to jump out of an airplane with nothing but a thin little parachute between me and the ground. Or, oh my God, I'm going to have to go scuba diving and swim with sharks, or I'm going to have to get up and run naked through the park, or I don't know what you're thinking as far as get out of comfort zone, but you might be shocked to learn that you can bust out of a rut by changing one small thing that is outside of your comfort zone. Let's talk about movies, okay? You know that you typically gravitate towards certain types of movies. Me, I love comedies. Love them. I've seen like everything Will Ferrell has ever been in, as you can probably tell from my sense of humor. Will Ferrell, Chris Farley, David Spade. Yeah, this is really high class humor that I'm into, right? What's his name? Adam Sandler. Love him, right? Not all his stuff's great, whatever. But, you know, Eddie Murphy. I mean, I love a good comedy, right? I like to laugh my ass off. That is a great release for me, and it's a lot of fun. So if you give, like, if it's up to me, if it's just me and my Netflix account, and I'm like, I feel like watching a movie, I'm probably going to pick a comedy. I'm probably going to pick something with one of those people I just named so that I can watch something that I know I'll laugh and have a good time. I would not normally pick, say, a spy thriller, although I do end up going to see those with my husband because that would be his preference, right? It would be some kind of James Bond-y type of thing, right? So I do see those with him, but that's not necessarily my preference. But what's something that's out of both of our wheelhouses? Horror. You know, I read a lot of Stephen King when I was like 4th, 5th, 6th grade. Huge Stephen King fan. So, of course, the books are always better than the movies. But I don't think I've watched a horror film in... Oh, I remember exactly. So I had bunion surgery, and that was the first time I'd ever been put under general anesthetic. And that does not like wear off like right away. It's not like, you know, little Twilight. Actually, I think it was Twilight sedation. It wasn't even general. But it took me like 2 days to come out of, even though I was at home in bed, it took me like 2 days to really like get my head totally clear and be like, oh, I know what's going on here. So my husband, knowing that I was going to have this foot surgery and not be able to be up and around for, you know, a couple of weeks, he loaded a whole bunch of videos on my iPad of movies that I hadn't seen. And this is how you know the sedation has not worn off yet, was I watched Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Slayer. And when I finished it, you know, my husband was laying in bed next to me. I finished it and I like tapped him and I was like, that was the weirdest movie. He says, what did you watch? I said, Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Slayer. And he's like, well, how was it? And I literally went, was that based on a true story? He was like, he just looked at me like, is she joking? Because he can't always tell with me, right? No, I was dead freaking serious. That's how like looped up I was from the anesthesia. I was like, was that a true story about Abraham Lincoln and vampires? Because it seemed very real to me. That's what I told him. It was very realistic. Maybe not the best first movie to watch when you come off of, you know, anesthesia after a surgery. But at any rate, it was definitely out of my wheelhouse. And it was weird and kind of jacked up. But you know what? I kind of liked it. Kind of dig it. Wouldn't watch it again. But maybe I'd only watch it again if I was just coming out of anesthesia after surgery, which I hope I never need again. But I think we've gone off on a tangent here. So let me just rein us back in, right? So it's about getting out of your comfort zone. And that may mean if every time you go to Baskin Robbins, you order the praline pecan, maybe this time you get double fudge ripple or mint chocolate chip or rum raisin. Do they even still make rum raisin? The best place to get rum raisin, by the way, is at Angela Brocata's in New Orleans, but you didn't hear it from me. So yeah, like just order something different. Order something you would never in a million years order and see what happens. Even if you don't like it, it actually doesn't matter because ice cream's cheap. You could throw that in the trash and get yourself another ice cream. It's like no big deal. You could be like, I don't like that. Or you could even just get a bite of it. They give you a sample. Same with movies. You can give it 20 minutes. We call it the 20-minute rule in my house. Like, we're going to watch this for 20 minutes and see if it's worth finishing or not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But it doesn't hurt to try. So try pushing out of your comfort zone in small, harmless kind of ways like this, because it will push you and expand you and break you out of that rut and get you out of that stuck sensation. So try it and let me know if you see anything good, because I'm always on the prowl for something on Netflix. All right, see you in the next video.